Abraham sat near the great oaks of Mamre when three radiant visitors approached, bringing a message from heaven. The visitors spoke with Abraham, and Sarah listened quietly from inside the tent, astonished by their words. Abraham stood before the men with reverence, sensing the weight of their mission. With compassion for the people, Abraham pleaded that the righteous not be destroyed with the wicked. Two angels then walked toward the city of Sodom as the sun descended and the streets filled with noise. Lot, sitting at the city gate, bowed to the angels and urged them to come into his home for safety. Inside his house, Lot prepared a meal while his wife and daughters observed these strangers with awe. But the men of Sodom surrounded the house with torches, demanding the visitors be given over. Lot stepped outside, pleading with the crowd, while his family trembled behind the closed door. The angels reached out, pulled Lot back inside, and struck the crowd with blinding light. They spoke urgently, warning Lot and his family to escape without delay. Lot hesitated, torn between fear and attachment, until the angels grasped their hands firmly. Led by the angels, Lot and his family fled the city as fire clouds gathered in the sky. The angels pointed to the mountains, commanding them not to look back. Lot's wife paused, turned toward the burning city, her heart clinging to what was lost. In that moment, she became a pillar of salt, frozen in sorrow and warning. Lot and his daughters pressed forward toward the mountains, the fiery glow rising behind them. Sodom erupted in fire and brimstone, its towers collapsing beneath the judgment of heaven. The family reached a cave in the mountains, weary and broken, seeking shelter. Inside, Lot's daughters whispered of survival, uncertain of their future in the silence. From above, the plains smoldered with smoke, a vast testimony of divine justice. Abraham stood at dawn on a hill, watching the rising smoke, sorrow filling his heart. The land lay silent, blackened and ruined, the memory of its people gone. Lot sat with his daughters in the cave, the silence of loss surrounding them. They began a quiet life of survival, gathering water and tending a small fire. In contrast, the people of Sodom once feasted with music and laughter, ignoring every warning. Storm clouds had formed over the city, but they continued in their indulgence. Lot's daughters remembered their mother, eyes filled with grief and longing. Abraham prayed on the rocky ground, humbly seeking God's mercy for all nations. In a vision, the scales of justice shone, fire falling on one side, light on the other. Lot and his daughters looked across the plains, smoke still rising in the distance. Lot's aged face carried sorrow, his eyes reflecting the glow of destruction. A vision appeared of a modern city filled with lights and distractions, echoing the sins of Sodom. Above the cloud stood Jesus, the Son of Man, pointing toward the earth, a reminder of judgment and salvation.